A prisoner escapes from the prison where he has spent the last 15 years. He runs along the road and suddenly notices a house on the outskirts. He breaks into it and finds a young married couple with a gunshot. Grabs her husband, ties him to a chair, ties the bed and his wife, kisses her neck and goes to the bathroom. While he is away, the husband tells his wife, "Listen, this shot is an escaped convict. He probably spent a lot of time in prison and probably hasn't seen a woman in years. I saw him kiss your neck. If he pesters you, don't resist. Just do what he tells you to do. This dude is dangerous. If he sends out, he can kill us. Be strong, darling. I love you." The wife replied, "He didn't kiss my neck. He whispered in my ear that he liked boys better during his years in prison. And that he liked you. He asked me where we keep the waistline. And I said I would, so be strong, darling, I love you." The glands have not been removed, the doctor tells her husband after the operation. "This should have been done in childhood. Really? I am very grateful to you. In that case, send the bill for the operation to my father-in-law." Among the Lispiers is Michelle. I had a strange dream about Michelle. I came across Leon sausages. You know how much I love Leon sausages, and they are especially good with Leon mustard. And I went to Dezun for mustard. What is this? I had a dream. Filorin. Hours of sweet madness, just fell asleep. The door opens and Gina Lalo appears. An hour and a half of sweet without smarts. She left, just fell asleep. Oh, a miracle. Bridget Bardot appeared, and I'm done. So why didn't you call me, Michelle? How did you call? Well, they told me that you went off with a tantrum. Mears, so where does everyone feel good with 4 letters? To the circus? No. The club? No Bonia? No cafe? No pleading? No, what kind of place is this? The Duma. Rusevsky was returning from an Omer campaign and strolling through the summer garden. In the distance, he saw a woman with 2 eyes. Unable to restrain himself, he pounced on her and got down to business. Rusevsky took a closer look. And this is Catherine Taya. He stopped, startled. "Catherine, who is this?" "Ruzovsky. Pop-up Arshavsky stream. Ekotharina." "Go on, Colonel." A wife tells her husband in anger, "I wish I'd married the devil. What are you, darling?" Marriages between blood relatives are prohibited. My wife has gone to the resort, and my husband is sending me a telegram. What kind of tricks? Where are the dishes? The wife answers, "Start at home. My husband is sending a second telegram. Don't make fun of where the dishes are." His wife is back to him, "Fuck the lady." And she urgently returns from the resort, comes home and shows her husband. Xia's dishes are on the bed, covered with sheets and her blanket. At the border control, the purpose of your trip is to show off on social media. The husband and wife went to the resort separately. Time passed, their conscience got stuck, and they decided to repent to each other. My husband says, "Dear, I've only cheated twice, the first time with an actress, and the second time with a stenographer. Dear, I also cheated only twice, the first time with a brass band, and the second with a football team." One night, Prince Golitsyn was brought home by an old servant after drinking, washed, put to bed, and in the morning, when the prince sobered up, the servant said, "Don't be ashamed, your radiance, to get drunk like that, because they peed their pants in front of the ladies." I don't remember how it happened. This is Lieutenant Zadsky for me. The director decided to get rid of his secretary and asks the chief engineer to take her in. The chief engineer asks a question. "Why did you decide to get rid of it?" "Oh, come on. My wife is better. A few days have passed." The director asks the chief engineer, "But how?" "The main engineers are responsible for thoughtfulness." "You were right. Your wife is the best." "But if there is a call to increase yields at the very top, to whom will it be addressed?" "To the Ministry of Agriculture, to the governors, to the farmers, or to the Buranki, to the Russian tattoo." The son introduces the girl to his parents. They sat and chatted. My father says, "Son, is everything serious with you?" "Well, yeah, I don't believe my son kissed a girl." "And now, what now?" I say, "I don't believe it." "What are you talking about?" "I brought her home and introduced her to you. How is it that you don't believe?" "Remember, son, the biggest step in a relationship is not the first kiss, but the first fart. So come on, I'm waiting." Katya pumped half a kilo of silicone into her lips and simply refused to give up the fight. What's so good? No, it just became difficult for her to speak, and she became more silent. Russian scientists have created an ultra-fast router for data transmission in 6G. His presentation took place. A bunch of journalists, everyone froze in anticipation. Two scientists came out and said, "So, for this we need electrical tape and 2 or 3G modem." A motorist? "Oh, I remember in 2006, you could buy a car for 500,000 rubles at the salon." "So nothing has changed. What do you mean? 500,000 more, and now you can buy a 2006 car." "Girls, the first thing I pay attention to is the hair, then the eyes, then the lips, then the neck. An interesting approach." "What's even interesting about that? My internet connection is slow." Two indie developers meet and one asks the other, "So, did you finally release the game?" "Yeah, not really. Just an apartment and a car." "Zozia, I think your grandfather has lost his mind." "Nothing like that. He's 80 years old, and he has a great memory. He always remembers where, when, and what he forgot." Professor Swanson is preparing another report. "Darling," he asks his wife. "Where's my pencil?" "He's behind your ear," the wife replies. "I'm very busy." "What kind of ears?" "I'll get annoyed," the professor asks. The wife told her husband, "I really don't like your brothers, how you get money. They're all right there, and taking full advantage of your generosity. And when your wallet is empty and you yourself are in distress, none of them will show up." My husband replied, "They are very polite and do not want to cause any unnecessary trouble when we have nothing to share with them." Taratan scientists have found that medicines help those who sell them best. A godfather comes from the doorway and says, "Listen, godfather, don't be offended, but after yesterday's drinking, I accidentally taiga your link." "Yes, let it be me. It's you, my friend. Don't begrudge me. Why? Are you my taiga by any chance?" "No, I'm accidentally telling you the taiga." "Ron, you are charged with theft. Why did you steal the chicken?" "I didn't cry. Kazine has escaped, and her eggs have been laid, but she was crying so pitifully. I had to take her with me, so as not to separate her from the children." A father tells his son who wants to get married, "You, son, don't have enough experience to get married yet. And even in your opinion, I will have enough experience for this when you begin to understand that marriage is not worth it." They took a daughter-in-law into the family. The mother-in-law said that she would cook cabbage. The daughter-in-law chopped a full pot and put it on the fire. When I took it off, I saw that the cabbage in half. There's nothing left. Fearing the suspicion that she had eaten it, the daughter-in-law wept bitterly. My mother-in-law saw this and began to calm me down. It always happens that way because it boils down. The next day, my daughter-in-law boiled 5 eggs for breakfast. I couldn't resist and ate 2. "Where are the others?" My mother-in-law was surprised. "Mom's gone, they've gone," the bride declared. "Yesterday, when I was cooking dinner for my son, he said so confidently, one day I will help you with bills, groceries, and expenses." I was upset to tears. He's 30 years old. Mola eats cash near her house. His friends come up to him and ask, "Mola, what are you eating?" "That's right," Mola replied. "That is, how so?" "What kind of answer is that?" "I'm talking briefly." "That is, how short is it?" "I don't understand. Are you asking me what I'm eating?" "Should I tell you? You'll tell me too." "I say not yes." "You may ask why?" And I'll answer like this. "That's why I'm telling you in advance, so